No? Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you.
But I don't think it. Ready for tonight? How much gonna do the? You don't think you're gonna have any jet lag from here to New York? Compared to New York? You have a flight on? God willing. I don't know, man. I was at the Mayweather. Do you want press number? Nah, man. I don't know. Well, honestly, if you beat Federer, I'll take you.
Voy a entrevistar a un muy malo.
I don't want any illegal holding hands.
Let's try to make some good interviews too.
Not at all.
Let's try to make some good interviews too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the second time I first time we went to run out of one of wines. Did you get it? Reenact that. Rafa.
Let's sound. Let me know what posted. Yeah.
I'll get the connection fixed right now, guys.
Así despacio.
¿Estás bien ahí?
Ahí tengo la cámara.
¿Quién va a hacer? ¿Vas a tomar fotos? Porque yo tengo ya el comunicado, ya lo tengo
Ándame,
listo.
no, yo lo voy a tomar, te voy a mandar así. Ahí tengo la cámara.
Yo tengo el
¿Lo
comunicado
van a
listo.
poner ahí?
Sí.
We're going to start the press conference.
Asked him about that comment or tweet to other people. He's like, when I see those, I haven't seen it often. He says something.
You can let it go, man. Right. It's okay. They are. Perfect. Who did?
Okay, I think we're all settled in now. We have so many tremendous fighters on this show. And, we're just excited to have everybody here. Everybody's living and training in different locations, so to have so many of the fighters here present, it's just an honor to have them here, to promote the show, to work with all the promoters. There's 6 different promoters involved in this show to put these tremendous fights together. Ever since we announced the fight September 9th at the StubHub Center, we really had to fight hard at the StubHub Center, but it's the natural place for this show. It's going to be an open sky, and it's just going to be pure excitement with so many great matchups. So we really want to thank the StubHub for all their efforts. Dan Beckerman at AEG. We want to acknowledge, all of his efforts to not only clear the date for the venue in the U.S., but also to clear it for Showtime and HBO. So that really helps out a lot for the boxing fans. So you're not competing against another show. So we want to thank him and Richard Schaefer and Al Heyman for all their efforts to coordinate that. Getting back to the StubHub, this really one of my greatest experiences was promoting Triple G and Rubio at the StubHub Center, where we broke the attendance record. And this show is on pace with the ticket sales, what that show did. So the fan response has been tremendous. We should break the capacity as we did for the last time we were there. The doors open at 4 o'clock, so the fans like to come out. They like to tailgate in the parking lot, and then we're going to have some great undercard fights there as well. So make sure everyone gets there at 4 o'clock. In order to put a fight like this together, you really need the foresight, a assistance, really, from someone like Peter Nelson at HBO. He really has put a spotlight on these lighter weight divisions. Roman has been on HBO numerous times now. Cuadras fought Roman here at the Forum. You know, highlighting someone like Estrada on HBO. I mean, and Antonio Nieves getting a shot to be on HBO, and in the United States. So I have to give a lot of credit Peter Nelson. Without his help and foresight, and you know, this card I think will produce tremendous matchups for the future, and I think that's what people are.
And we're excited for our show tonight, obviously. It's going to be a great night of boxing. And this show that Tom Loeffler has put together, we couldn't be more grateful for, and I think fight fans agree with that sentiment. These are all fighters who come to fight in every single fight that they've ever been in. And I've allowed his career to grow. This to be a part of that, and in a historic rematch, a controversial decision against Rung Desai, and we're grateful for Rung Desai for doing that. The other show with Inoue against Nieves and Cuadras against Estrada on the televised portion are just all tremendous fights. And when Tom called me and he said, you know, let's do something historic. Often in my position, I hear people come to us and say, let's do something historic, and the idea competitive super flyweight fights on in a way that's never been done before. And I said, it's great if you can get it done, do it. And it took a lot of work, and to a tremendous degree of credit to Tom, he got it done for the fans. So it's the week before Canelo Triple G, the best fight that can be made possible in boxing. Tom obviously involved in that as well, and we couldn't be more thankful to have all these fighters and all these fights as part of the HBO family. Our start time is going to be 10:15 Eastern Pacific, and with that, I want to turn it back over to Tom and get these fighters to say what they have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. I have to say, it was actually Peter's idea, the name of the show, Superfly, so I have to give him credit for that. It's a tremendous name and a tremendous show. I had to push him a little bit for the triple header, but everything fell into place, and I don't think you have as much talent in one division that we've seen in what we're going to see September 9th. So many top 10 rated fighters, so many champions on the same show together, and then adding Brian Viloria on the show as well. It's we've gotten a tremendous response. That I just want to acknowledge all the promoters. As Peter mentioned, Mr. Honda from Taken Promotions, Salida Promotions is promoting Antonio Nieves. So we have to acknowledge Carlos Cuadras. Again, you know, when you have the effort and the teamwork, and frankly, the willingness to fight each other. So, getting very active in boxing. They sponsored Triple G as a brand ambassador, and they've also been generous enough to sponsor this event, as well as Coffee Agave, which is a cream liqueur who's also getting into sponsoring boxing. So we want to thank all the sponsors as well for their interest in the show. So with that, I'd like to bring up Chris Glidden of the StubHub Center to say a few words on behalf of the arena itself.
Thanks, Tom. First off, thanks everyone for coming. As Tom mentioned, StubHub Center is extremely excited to host this marquee event. We have had a number of great fights over the last few years, and it's fitting to have a fight like this at our event again. I think September 9th is going to be a beautiful evening. We've had tremendous interest, tremendous support thus far. I think it's going to be an electric atmosphere and what we consider the together, and we're thrilled to be hosting this. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Chris, at StubHub for making that happen. It's been very supportive as far as the box office and the ticket sales and everything. So, Junior Jones, and both Junior and Kevin were from the New York area. Gary and I are both West Coast guys, but we had some great fighters from New York. So Gary's a manager of Brian Viloria, and so I want to acknowledge Gary, and then I'd like to bring up Brian to say a few words here up on the stage.
Good evening, everybody. I just want to say thank you, first to God, for giving me the opportunity and the strength for fighting all these years. And I just want to thank everybody out here today for coming out and supporting, our weight division and putting us on a stage where we all have the opportunity to showcase our talents and our abilities to be great fighters. If you look at the table now, we all at one point, faced each other. And to be on the same card with these guys, again on September 9, I'm very, very honored to be there. I want to thank Tom Roffler for having me to be on it, Peter Nelson for giving us the opportunity to showcase our talents on HBO. Everybody from Take Promotions and Mr. Honda for giving me this opportunity to fight on the big stage again. To my manager Gary Gittleson, who's been there, with me from the beginning of my professional career. He's been like a father to me and been the one that helped me get to where I am and also giving me the opportunity to be on this card. But it's going to be a great card. Like I said, everybody here, have put in so many work and are great world champions and will someday be Hall of Famers. And to be on this card, it's a great, great honor for me. And I thank you guys again, and see you guys on September 9th. Aloha.
Thank you, Brian. I think Brian is the jump rope king. If anyone hasn't seen him jump rope, he definitely holds the world title for that. It's an exciting thing to watch him jump rope. With that, I want to transition to the co-feature on the show. So many people have been, I kind of liken this back to when Triple G first came over here to the States and fought the first time September 2012 and made his debut here in the United States and on HBO. And I've seen the same response to Inoue coming over here to fight. Everyone has heard these great stories and of how he performs fighting in Japan and how much of a tremendous fighter he is, and as the WBO world champion. Just the excitement bringing him coming over is great. He'll be here the entire fight week, so we'll definitely be able to get plenty of interviews with him leading up to all the events. We'll have a media workout on Wednesday. Fight work. Thursday will be the press conference. Friday, naturally, the weigh-in. Weigh-in will take place at the StubHub Center, and then he'll have his HBO debut. I'd like to introduce at this point the challenger for Inoue. As I mentioned, Antonio Nieves from Cleveland, Ohio. Tim Van Nieuwhouse was very instrumental in putting this fight together as far as Antonio challenging Inoue, and I think Antonio's looking forward to putting on a tremendous display as well on HBO. So I'd like to introduce Tim, and then Tim can then introduce Antonio Nieves.
Thank you, Tom. As Brian mentioned, there's a lot of sacrifices that go into fighters. There's a lot of kids, many around the world, that wake up each day that put their gloves on to aspire to one day fight on HBO Sports and to aspire one day to fight for the world title. So with that being said, we are extremely grateful for this opportunity because it's a very rare situation. Most kids aren't going to be able to be in this position that Antonio is in. So with that, I'd like to say thank you, Tom. Thank you, Peter. Thank you to our promoter, Dimitri Salita, and the Split Team Management family, because this is a great opportunity. With that being said, I'd like to welcome your top WBO world contender, Antonio Nieves.
How you guys doing today? First of all, I just want to thank Tom Lawver for giving me this opportunity, and my team, Tim, everybody. You know, like you said, this is a great opportunity for me. September 9th, I'm just gonna do what I do. I'm gonna come fight. You know, he's a great fighter. Everybody's looking ready to see him, but come September 9th, I'm gonna shock the world, and I'm gonna upset it. You know, I'm gonna come here and do what I gotta do. But it's a great time to be on this card with all these fighters, great fighters. And one day I hope to hopefully mix it up with everybody on the stage. So we're gonna go keep that belt here and challenge everybody else. Thank you.
Thank you, Antonio. With that, we can move into the fight with Cuadras and Gallo Estrada. This is this could be the fight that of the night. You know, these as I mentioned, these two Mexican warriors. This is actually an elimination fight for the WBC. Whoever wins this fight will then have the right to challenge the winner of Cicerca and Chocolatito. So to say a few words on behalf of the WBC, I'd like to bring up Pepe Suleiman, who can talk about both of these WBC World Championship fights.
Thank you very much. To see all the super flyweights from all different nationalities with different promoters, it's like a dream come true. As many of you know, Mauricio and the WBC came out with a program which is Boxing with Values, with the intention to unite, to give equality, to give honor to everybody. And this example falls exactly into that kind of with Pope Francis. So it is very, very exciting to see that fights are happening, and the WBC wishes to thank promotion, Mr. Akihiko Honda, taking promotion, because they have always put together fights that the people want to see, that at the time when fights have to happen, and to for the winner of Carlos, that will be the fight, the mandatory fight for the winner of Chocolatito and Rumbisai. So that is official from the WBC, and we also wish to express our gratitude for HBO, which has been the main network for boxing for many years, and they have showed the best matches for many years. So the WBC is very excited for this quality of fights that we seldom in one night. So we wish to wish the best of luck and the best winner win. Thank you very much.
So with that, I'd like to we'll move to the elimination fight, as I mentioned. So Ricardo will translate, and one of the most colorful, charismatic guys. He really had a breakout performance against Chocolatito last year. His personality always comes through at the press conferences. So with that, I'd like to introduce Carlos El Príncipe Cuadras.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están todos? Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon to everyone. How are you guys doing?
Quiero antes de echar bronca, porque a mí me gusta echar bronca para que se ponga buena la pelea.
Before starting here a war,
quiero agradecer primero a mi promotor, a Akihiko Honda, Taken, aquí a K2, gracias por la oportunidad. De verdad que estoy muy contento por esto. Y pues a Sanfer, al Gallo por esta pelea. La verdad es que cuando me dijeron vas a pelear con el Gallo, me emocioné porque a mí me gusta pelear con los buenos.
First of all, I want to thank my promoters, Mr. Honda, K2 Promotions, everyone. You know, before I start a World Awards, I want to say thank you to all of them for making this opportunity possible. When I heard that I was going to fight El Gallo Estrada, I got very excited because everyone knows I like to fight the best.
Estoy emocionado. La verdad es que a mí me emociona pelear con los mejores peleadores y creo que el Gallo es uno.
I'm very excited to fight the best fighters in the world, and without a doubt, Estrada is one of them.
Y yo sé que va a estar buena la pelea, va a estar dura porque no, malo no es, pero yo creo que aquí tengo tu medicina, Gallito.
I know he's a great fighter, I know he's a real good fighter, a tough fight, but I got his medicine right here with my right hand.
Por ahí puse un pollito por ahí, no vas a quedar así después de la pelea, así que trénale duro pa.
I train to fight the best, a gallo, not a little chick, so I hope he comes ready.
Bueno, eso es todo, ya lo verán. Pero ya no digo más porque luego hasta me regañan.
I don't want to say anymore because everybody gets upset with me.
Thank you, El Principe. I mean, this will be a tremendous fight. They have great personalities out of the ring, but it's gonna be fireworks in the ring. So, with that, I'd like to introduce the promoter of Estrada. I'd like to bring up a dear friend of mine, head of Zanfer Promotions, and then he can introduce Estrada. I'd like to bring up Fernando Beltran.
Hi, good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I would like to say that this is one of the best fights, the best cards that in the year, without a doubt. Chocolatito is a great fighter, and his opponent, he showed that he belongs here. And of course, Inoue is a sensation from Japan. Haven't fight here in the United States or in other country, but he's a young boy with a lot of talent, and I think he's going to be also, he's going to put a good performance. And talking about the fight that we have interest on, with Carlos Cuadras, we have a lot of respect for him. Mucho respeto, a lot of respect for him. But we believe that we have the best of the 6 fighters. I say this with, this is the first opportunity that Estrada is getting to show in the same card where the same weight class is going to be the best of the best in the class division are going to fight in the same night. So he's got a lot to prove and a lot to show, because I know he's the best of the 6. And I know he proved that with Chocolatito Gonzalez. He fought in 108. That's his only fight in 108 in his career. You can check his record. He sacrificed himself. And now in this weight class, I think it's going to be another story if they fight again. But first is Cuadras, and Cuadras is a great fighter. It's going to be fireworks out there, and I know who's going to win. You know, strong victorious. Thank you very much.
So now we can have, we'll have Juan Francisco say a few words, and then Ricardo will translate.
Bueno, muy buenas tardes a todos. Good afternoon to everyone. Pues yo estoy muy contento de estar aquí en esta conferencia de prensa, ya que pues estamos los mejores super moscas.
Well, we're very happy to be here because I know this is the best super flyweights in the world.
Pues sin duda no va a estar mejor la función de estos peleadores.
The show is going to be great just because of the quality of the fighters.
Y bueno, yo me considero un peleador aguerrido, fuerte, que boxea, que se faja.
I consider myself a real true warrior, a guy that comes to fight, a guy that can box, that can do a lot of things in the ring.
Y sin duda siempre respeto a mis rivales, por más malo o más bueno que sea, siempre hay que tenerle respeto y pues sin duda sabemos que Carlos es uno de los mejores peleadores también y pues yo creo que van a ver una muy buena pelea este 9 de septiembre.
You know, you always have to respect your opponents, no matter how good, no matter how bad. You always have to respect them. We know Carlos is one of the best, and that's why we expect a great night of boxing.
Pues ojalá que primero Dios ganando esta pelea con la preparación que hemos tenido, pues sabemos que es de eliminatoria, ¿no? A la pelea del campeonato absoluto que tiene ahorita Rumbisay.
You know, we know that this is a fight that is going to put us in a world title fight against the winner, that Rumbisay that has a title right now.
Bueno, sin duda yo quiero que gane esta pelea ahora Chocolate, ¿no? Para después enfrentarnos. Sabemos que toda la gente está pidiendo esa pelea, ¿no?
Obviously, I'm rooting for Chocolate to win that fight because I think everyone wants to see us fight again.
Ojalá sea así, y si no, pues yo quiero pelear con el campeón. Sabemos y yo confío en mí, en mi equipo, que vamos a hacer un gran trabajo en ese día.
Hopefully, you know, it'll be that way, but if it's not, I just want to fight for the championship, and my team and I will be ready to take that championship.
Y bueno, espero que Cuadras se prepare como nunca, ¿no? Porque sabemos que nunca he enfrentado a un peleador como yo. Yo creo que va a ser una gran pelea y pues igual, como digo, que gane el mejor.
You know, I hope that Cuadras really trains for himself, gets ready for the fight, because he's never faced someone as good as I am. So we're looking forward to that.
Bueno, tú dices que tienes la medicina, yo tengo el antídoto, ¿no? Así que ya sabemos. Ojalá que no te conviertas en una princesa.
Gallo, que es gallina.
Queremos que no te conviertas en una princesa.
Mucho gallo. Sí. This might be the fight of the night. This is going to be a great fight. This really brings back these fights really bring back the highlight what we had with Michael Carbajal against Chiquita Gonzalez. You know, that was here in Los Angeles, and so I think this show is really an honor to those guys, or you know what they did and blazed the trails, and then now the spotlight is on the lighter weights again, on the super flyweight. So with that, now we're at the main event. Sisterket couldn't make it in. He's training in Thailand. It's a long flight for him, so he'll definitely be here. Also, just like Inoue, Rumbisay will be here all week, fight week, so he'll be available for media interviews. You can coordinate with Bernie or with Ricardo. They're very media friendly. Rumbisay is looking forward to coming back to the United States to defend his title. And the first fight in Madison Square Garden on the show with Triple G and Jacobs. I mean, was a tremendous fight. Many people think that's the leading candidate for fight of the year so far, and that's why the WBC ordered the rematch. It was such a tremendous fight, such a competitive fight, such a close decision that WBC ordered the immediate rematch. And I know Rumbisay is looking forward to defending his title. I know Chocolatito is looking forward to taking the title back. So with that, I'd like to bring up or introduce the longtime manager of Roland Gonzalez, and then he can introduce the rest of the team. I'd like to introduce Carlos Blandon. Thank you.
Good afternoon to everyone. Just want to thank God first and foremost for this opportunity to be here. I want to thank our WBC president, Mr. Mauricio Suleiman, and the WBC family for ordering this rematch. As we all know, it was a controversial decision. We passed that page already. We're ready to get that title back. Roman is highly motivated, just as our team is. It's a great experience. We're very thankful with K2 Promotions, HBO, Peter, just giving us this opportunity, and Tom working. We just remember how Triple G entered into HBO, and I know it sounds cliche, but we definitely have a lot of families, and within those families, WBC, K2, HBO, and our most important family, Taken family. We all know Juan Caicho is like a father figure to many of us. We respect.
We see Mr. Mauricio Sulaiman.
Vengo con una gana y deseo de ganar esta pelea.
I come
Si es posible por nocaut. Estoy preparándome como nunca. Agradecerle a todo y que se prepare y que gane el mejor. Bendiciones.
You're gonna see 5 of the best super flyweights in the world, and the fans are gonna enjoy a great night of boxing. And God bless everyone.
Before the controversial loss, Roman reclaims his title. He will reclaim that position again. So we're really looking forward to this rematch. We're looking forward to every fight.
Yeah, I think so. What do you want to do?
Cali. He's got the right shirt. Yeah.